Meanwhile, News 13 has uncovered new information about the Fierro case. It turns out the Santa Fe Police Department did not take his driver's license after the fatal crash, even though state officials claim police were required to do that under the law. So, Fierro still has his license and he is still driving. And the same thing apparently happened in another deadly DWI case there. Here's News 13's Michael Herzenberg.
Because law enforcement did not follow the law, both Fierro and Scott Owens have valid driver's licenses, and there's nothing the state can do about it now.
Quite frankly, I was shocked when I heard this.
Taxation and Revenue Secretary Rick Homans oversees the Motor Vehicle Division. He sat down tonight with News 13 investigative reporter Larry Barker.
What is your level of concern?
Well, it's very high.
Because Carlos Fierro still has a valid driver's license despite a state law that requires his license be revoked. He's accused in a fatal hit and run, driving almost 3 times the presumed level of intoxication.
The Santa Fe Police Department, for whatever reason that they may have, did not follow the law. As the law says, if you have suspicion that the driver was under the influence, you proceed with the notice of revocation.
But that's not all. Scott Owens, who faces 4 counts of vehicular homicide, also has a valid driver's license. He's accused of driving drunk and killing 4 Santa Fe teenagers, but the Santa Fe County Sheriff's Office didn't take his license.
Implied Consent Act was put in place in order to provide a quick and efficient way, aside from the criminal process, to revoke the licenses of individuals who are suspected of driving under the influence. It's a law that keeps our roads safer by getting drunk drivers off the street. And it's important that law enforcement do its part so that the Motor Vehicle Division can do its part.
And because of the way the law is written, there's nothing anyone can do about it now.
We could not proceed after the fact to revoke licenses unless these actions were taken at the scene of the crime. And in both cases, there was a conscious decision not to revoke the licenses.
Sheriff Greg Solano points out that Owens is still in jail, saying he consulted with the district attorney and calls this a difference of legal opinion. He says the system is broken. The administrative hearing that follows a license revocation shows defense attorneys the prosecutor's evidence before it's ready. And he says this letter from Homans directing all law enforcement in the state to follow the law is sour grapes. Back to you.
Okay, Michael, on the other hand, Santa Fe Police Chief Eric Wheeler says he learned a lesson and has already implemented Homans' directive.